Each disaster is different because it has a context which is different in terms of physicality, in terms of previous vulnerabilities. In the case of Haiti, it was pretty evident. A lot of poor people, weak states, sort of blurred transition to something that wasn't clear, the role of the government. So each disaster needs to be contextualized.
1.3 million people were living in the transit camps in Haiti. Over 1,000 schools were destroyed, so there's just a massive amounts of rebuilding that need to be done.
Everything began with an email that I got from an alumni network of my secondary school, and I think I got it after a few days of circulation, and it basically said, we are also the biggest educator in Haiti, and we lost loads of schools and medical centres, etc. in Port-au-Prince. Can you send us money? We want to send tents, we want to send resources. And I thought, well, I'm a student at UCL, I don't exactly have money, but I think that there's a lot of potential to, there are a lot of resources to be tapped here. And I wrote back and said, maybe we could do a project for you.
Schools have been, in past reconstruction situations, kind of an important rallying point and something that is often built before other things. And so I think that this being a school project is quite important.
Having an environment which is safe and exciting for children to learn is absolutely crucial.
In the beginning we identified this project. It was a reconstruction of primary school. So we had to think a lot about what's required to rebuild a primary school and what are the objectives of this reconstruction. So there was a lot of time put into sourcing the necessary resources, the necessary skills, and that involved reaching out to a lot of external people, not just academics, but industry mentors. We were met at the airport by Sarah Yannick, who has been the most phenomenal host, the hostess with the mostest, we like to call her. And the day we landed, they started demolishing the site, which puts us at a whole new level. It's accelerated the project drastically, so this is a really exciting start.
The school is totally demolished. There's only one wall standing, and I was just out there. There are people collecting all the recycled materials. So basically, there are like little ants on the building site, getting everything that could be reused.
When we got there initially, we benefited hugely from being partnered with this incredible social network. They're the biggest educator of women in Haiti, therefore they've built loads of buildings before, they understand how the construction industry there works, and they have a lot of personal connections to people that they trust. So they were able to open our eyes to how things on the ground locally work in Haiti, and in return we were really able to give them an insight into how the kind of international network worked, how aid was being distributed, how reconstruction was being planned. This is something they didn't really have a proper insight into, and I think that's something that a lot of Haitians are very frustrated by.
Understanding what the local skills are, I think, is absolutely key, because there's no point designing something, even if they want something that's, overly complex and no one can build it.
Yesterday we had our first meeting with the teachers and the nuns. We sat around a tree up at Sainte Rosalie, the site, and it was really productive. We were really impressed at how engaged they were and how willing to share their ideas and their worries, I suppose, with us. We are going to meet them now on Thursday, and we're going to do 2 sessions, 2 workshops that the designers have been busy designing for the last few weeks.
It shouldn't be us or the team imposing their designs on the Haitians. It has to be, what do we will help them develop their ideas or turn their ideas into reality, but it's really got to come from them.
We also spoke to them about involving the children, and they seem really enthusiastic about that, which is good. So all the children are going to do a drawing of their dream school. Hopefully we won't raise expectations too high.
500 drawings of children. They were amazing, plenty of imagination and visions of how the future school would be, and that probably is the biggest challenge. How to translate that into a process of design.
Reconstruction, not building houses, but help the community to rebuild themselves. So the connection with livelihood, the connection with the possibility of being public space, being people and students go to school. So all the spheres of the life rather than just the simple construction.
Our skills, although they're mainly technical in the end in terms of producing a design and a layout and construction plans, the spirit behind it is to introduce as much of a social element.
There is a huge range of skills within the thinking development team, and I think that really helps kind of bring in all the different ideas, and I think it's quite positive.
One thing that I think that thinking development is doing that's quite interesting is working particularly with the local organisation that's already there.
I mean, students that are getting together try to think on doing something effectively, efficiently, in a spare time while doing masters or others things. Is a very good sign of commitment. And second, doing this thinking be out of the box, in the sense of not being embedded into a macro discourse, but while doing things at a small scale, whatever impact you would have, give the possibility to learning from other people, learning from other experience and making a network.